So we just started that conditional constructs chapter 4, isn't it? Chapter 4. So okay, so this is not chapter 5, it is chapter 4. Okay, Tushar Thompson, then switch on the video. Okay, so before going to conditional and looping constructs, we just discuss about what is statement and which are the different types of statement used in a Python program. Okay, we know already what is statement, and we deal with single statement, okay, or simple or single statement. Also, we deal with compound statement in the case of function. Okay, the only thing you want to remember is empty statement. The other two we already discussed. Again, I will explain what is simple statement and compound statement. So before that, types of statement in Python. Then what is the use of statements in Python? In Python, statements are used for giving instructions to the system. Giving instructions to the system, we are using statements. For example, I want to give one instruction like I want to assign pen to A. You know the statement, which is the statement A is equal to 10. So this is an example for statement. Okay, statement means giving instruction to the system. For example, A is equal to in the input enter one number. There is another example for statement because we are giving some instructions to input one integer value to the variable A. That is one instruction given to the system. That is known as statements. Okay, so statements are the instructions given to the computer to perform some actions. Okay, to perform some actions, we are using statements. Python statements can belong to one of the following three types. There are three types of statement. The first one, it is empty statements. Empty statement means nothing. The statement that does nothing is known as empty statement. The statement that does nothing is known as empty statement. Example, that is one empty statement in your program is written like this: pass. After some condition, if you want to execute nothing, then you just write pass. Pass is the statement for representing empty statement. Okay, so a statement that does nothing in Python, an empty statement is pass statement. So it will just write like this, that is pass, P-A-S-S, pass. That is empty statement. It is not a commonly used statement. You just understand what is pass. Pass is for representing empty statement. Of a statement that does nothing is known as pass statement or empty statement. Then, whenever Python encountered a pass statement, Python does nothing and moves to next statement in the flow of control. Okay, if a Python encounter one statement like pass, then it will does nothing. It will just execute the statement just after the pass statement. Okay, all of you switch on the video. All of you switch on the video. Okay, so that is empty statement. The second one is the simple statement. Simple statement, example is A is equal to 10. It is a simple statement. Then, if A is equal to in the input, enter one number. Another example for simple statement. Or if A is equal to A plus C. Another example for simple statement. So any executable statement is a simple statement in Python. Any executable statement. For example, name is equal to input enter your name is an example for simple statement. A is equal to 10 is another example for simple statement. Or B is equal to A plus B, A plus C is another example for simple statement. So, any executable statement is a simple statement in Python. For example, name is equal to input, enter your name is an example for simple statement. After that, the last one it is compound statement. Compound statement represents a group of statement. Simple statement is just like single statement. Okay, simple statement is single statement. It is one statement. Okay, but in the case of compound statement means others, all of you switch on the video. Compound statement means Anish and Tushar. Okay, so compound statement represents a group of statements. Simple statement is based on single statement. Compound statement, instead of single statement, if you are using a set of statements under one condition or under one function header, it is known as compound statement. I'll give an example. How we can write function definition? How we can write function definition, Alan Joshi? I want to find the sum of two variables using function. How we can write the function header? Which keyword is used for starting function header? Which one? Alan? I am asking about function header. Tushar? What is function header, Tushar? After exam, you all forgot that piece. The topic is included in your exam now. Anish, what is function header? Give an example for function header, Anish. Alan?
DEF.
Correct, Alan. DEF. If I want to find the sum A comma B, then colon. After that, I want to type the statement like S is equal to A plus B. Then print S. Okay, this is function header. These are the two statements related with this function header. These two statements are just like a group because these two statements are under this function header. This is known as compound statement. Okay, so under this function header, we are using two statements. You can use single statement also, but here we are using two statements. So this set of statements are under this function header. So we call these statements as compound statement. Okay, so a compound statement represents a group of statements executed as a single unit. Okay, as a single unit. So a compound statement represents a group of statements executed as a single unit. That is, these two statements are treated as a single unit. Then the compound statement in Python are written in a specific pattern. What is the pattern? First pattern, a header line which begins with a keyword. Here, this is the header line which begins with the keyword def. Okay, this is the header line and this header line begins with def. Then, and ends with a colon. Here, this colon. So, a pattern for compound statement it is It includes a header line which begins with a keyword. Here, in this case, the keyword is DEF. Then after that ends with colon. So we ends with a colon. Then the body consisting of one or more Python statements, each indented inside the header line. What is indentation, Thompson? Then what is indentation? Indentation in Python.
It's a space applied.
Yes, it is space applied. Space applied for each and every statement is known as indentation. Okay, so each indented inside the header line. So inside this header line, these two statements are indented. We are giving some space to this first and second statement. So these are the terms related with compound statement. So according to compound statement, the first thing you want to remember is a header line is there, which begins with a keyword. This is the keyword. DF is the keyword and ends with colon. This is colon. Then second point, it is a body consisting of one or more. Body means this one is the body of this function header. These two statements. These are indented inside the header line. That is, after header line, we are giving some tab space for storing writing these two statements. So that is compound statement. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? Okay, so there are mainly three types of statements: empty statement, simple statement, and compound statement. Empty statement is pass, that does nothing. Then all of you switch on the video. All of you switch on the video. Miss Lee, Alan, Thomas, Abu, Alan, Yogis, Irene, Anish, Amal, Alan. Okay, so what is empty statement? After that, simple statement. Simple statement means just like a single statement, normal statement, or each and every statement in Python is known as each and every statement in Python is used as simple statement. Then compound statement is a group of statement under a function header, under a header line. Not only function header. If we are learning about if statement or while statement, it is also just like a header line. Okay, so here we are using function header. Then in the case of compound, the two things you want to remember it is, first it will start with keyword and ends with colon. Second thing, the indentation space given for compound statement. Okay, then the next thing it is statement flow of control. Statement flow of control. In a program statement, in a program, statements may be executed sequentially, selectively, or iteratively. There are mainly three types of control flow: sequential flow, selective flow, or iterative flow. Sequential flow, selective flow, or iterative flow. Iterative flow. In almost all the programs, programming language provide constructs to support. Construct means conditions. So using if statement or using if for or while, we are giving some conditions to the programming language. Sequence, selection, or iteration. These are the three types of flow of control. Flow of control means after first statement, which statement execute next. That is flow of control. Okay, after first statement, which statement execute next, or after the second statement, which statement is executed. That is flow of control. Okay. First you switch on the video, then we can continue. Otherwise you are, I don't know, you are sleeping there or not. Irene, Leslie, all of you switch on the video. Anish, Alan, Sayujya, switch on the video. Anjana, Sayujya, Anish, okay. Then what about others? Nestle, what happened to Nestle? Sayujya, Anjana. Alan work is okay. So many network issues are there. Okay. So, first flow of control it is sequential statement. Sequential statement means it is the normal program. We are dealing with that is our current programs are all under this sequential flow. Okay, I'll give an example. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 2, C is equal to A plus B, then print C. This is one of the simple program for adding two numbers. Okay, then in this program, the execution flow or control flow is, first it will execute A is equal to 10. After that it will execute, this is the first executable statement. Then after that, B is equal to 2. After that, C is equal to A plus B. After that, print C. That is step-by-step execution. That is sequential flow. After A is equal to 10, we can't go to C is equal to A plus B. It will execute C is equal to A plus B only after executing B is equal to 2. Okay. That is sequential flow. Sequential flow means executing statements one by one. One by one execution of statement is known as sequential flow. That is, after executing A is equal to 10, then only we can execute B is equal to 2. After B is equal to 2 only, we can execute C is equal to A plus B, then only print C. Okay. We can't skip this C is equal to A plus B here. After B is equal to 2, we can't jump to print C. That is wrong. Because it is sequential representation. Here, one by one, that is step-by-step execution has happened. Okay, so sequential statements are a set of statements where the execution process will happen in a sequential manner, or sequence manner, or step-by-step execution. Okay, so these kind of statements are called as sequential statement. Here we just look this flow chart. First it will begin or start. After that, first task is executed, then second task is executed, then task is executed. After that, stop. Okay, this is sequential statement. That is, process will happen in execution of statement in a sequential manner. That is called sequential statements. We already discussed this sequential statement. That is, we completed all the programs related with sequential statements. In this chapter, we are dealing with next two types. That is, selective statements and iterative statements. Okay. So what is selective statements? Selective statements are also known as decision-making statements. Decision-making statements. Okay. Decision-making statements allow the program to take the decision as which statement should be executed next. That is, based on one decision, it will decide which statement is executed next. Okay. Based on one condition, it will select which statement is executed next. But in the case of sequential, there is no selection. It will execute each and every statement one after another. But in the case of decision making, it is based on one decision. After the decision only, we can select which statement is executed next. Is it clear, Rahul? Okay. So decision making statement means execution of a statement is only based on decision. If a particular decision is true, it will execute a set of statements. If a particular decision is false, then it will execute a set of another statement. That is decision making statements. Decision making means execution of statement purely based on a decision. We'll explain with example or flow chart. That is, decision making statements are used when we want a set of instructions should be executed in a particular situation and different instructions should be executed in another situation. The time of example, you can understand the concept. Okay, there are mainly 4 types of decision making. That is, if statement, if else statement, if else statement, nested if statements. The 4 decision making statements are if else, if else, then nested if. Completed? This is the flow chart for conditional or decisional statement. Okay. So here conditional expression is there. Here the conditional expression is there. This is the decision making section. This is the decision making section. Here there is one condition, just like if A greater than B. So if this condition is true, it will go through this way. If the condition is true, false, it will go through this way. This is decision making. That is, based on one decision, it will decide which statement execute next. That is, if the condition is true, it will execute this statement. If it is false, it will execute this statement. If it is true, then it will execute this one, then this one. That is decision making statement. Decision making statement means it will execute a statement purely based on one decision. Here, if A greater than B, if the condition is true, that is, if I am giving 6 greater than 5, here the condition is true, then it will move this way. If I am giving 5 greater than 6, the condition is false, isn't it? So it will go through this way and execute this statement. That is decision making statement. Okay. Then next one it is iterative statements. Iteration. Iterative statement. Iterative statement means it is also based on one condition. But the difference is that it will repeatedly execute one statement based on one condition. In the case of decision making, it will execute only once based on one condition. But in the case of iteration statement, it will execute a set of statement repeatedly based on one condition. Okay, it will execute repeatedly based on one condition. So the iteration constructs means repetition of a set of statements depending upon a condition. Depending upon a condition, it will execute repeatedly. A particular set of statements will execute repeatedly till the condition is false. Okay, if the condition is true, it will again repeatedly execute the same statement again and again if the condition is true. If the condition is true, it will execute the same statements again and again. If the condition is false, it will skip the execution. As soon as the condition becomes false, the repetition stops. The iteration constructs means repetition of a set of statements depending upon a condition test. Till the time a condition is true, a set of statements are repeated again and again. As soon as the condition becomes false, the repetition stops. The iteration construct is also called looping constructs. Looping constructs. So this is the flow chart for looping constructs or iteration constructs. After initialization means giving a starting value. Okay, if I am giving a is equal to 1, this is the initialization statement. Okay, for giving a starting value to a variable, that is initialization. So after one statement, if I am giving a condition here, if the condition is true, then it will execute this one and this one. After that, it will go to this condition. And it will again check if the condition is true. If the condition is true, the control flow is just like this. So it will again and again execute the same statements repeatedly if the condition is true. Whenever the condition becomes false, then the control moves to the statement just after this update statement. Okay, if the condition is false, then only we can execute the statement just after this update statement. Otherwise, it will repeatedly execute these two statements. That is iteration statement. This iteration and selective statement both are based on condition. But what is the difference? Rahul, what is the difference between iteration and selection or decision making constructs? In iteration, it is repeating, but in the case of selection or decision making, it will execute only once. That is the difference. Okay. These two are based on condition, but in the case of iteration, it is repeated execution, but in the case of selector, it executes only once. Okay. Then, before going to the statements in decision and iteration statement, we can just consider some of the programming tools. Okay, that is what is algorithm, what is flowchart, just like that. Okay, it's not an important topic, but you want to know what is algorithm and how we can write one flowchart, just like that. Okay, so before developing the solution of a problem in terms of a program, first read and analyze the given program. That is, if I want to add two numbers, if I want to add two numbers, first you want to read and analyze the given program. But what is the program? The program is, I want to add two numbers. Then analyze the program means which are the data we needed for adding two numbers. We need two numbers, two integers. That is, read and analyze the program. Program means in our case it is program. Okay, so first read and analyze the given program. Decide about basic subtasks needed to solve that program. That is, decide about basic subtask means which are the steps needed for adding two numbers. Which are the steps needed for adding two numbers? The first one it is, want to give first value, want to give second value. After that, write the equation. Then after that, print the result. So these are the subtasks needed for your program. So first read and analyze the question. That is, read and analyze the program. So after reading the question, we analyze that we need two numbers to add, and the equation for addition it is C is equal to A plus B. After that, I want to print the content. So after reading and analyzing the program or question, we got that points related with this question, addition. Then second step, we want to analyze the subtask needed for that program. First, we want to assign one integer value. Second, we want to assign two integer value. After that, we want to add two numbers, then print the result. The last point it is the order of this subtask. We can't write like this. That is, C is equal to A plus B. After that, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 2 plus C. We can't write like this. The order is this. This is the correct order. This is wrong. That is the order of this subtask. The tasks are assign two numbers and give values for addition, that is, give equation for addition, that is A is equal to A plus B. After that, print C, that is the order. If we just mismatch this order, or if we write like this, that is a wrong output statement. Okay. So these are the 3 points related with developing a program. Then what is algorithm? I think in earlier classes you already learned about this algorithm and flowchart. In fourth or 5th standard, I think so. What is algorithm? An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve a given problem or program. Algorithm means it's a step-by-step procedure. Step-by-step procedure means when we write something just like in English language, that is algorithm. How we can write this A is equal to 10? Just write like English sentence. That is, 10 is assigned to A. 2 is assigned to B. Add two numbers A and B and assign the result to C. Print the result. So these are the algorithm steps needed for this program. That is, before writing the Python statement, you just write in English language. That is algorithm. Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve a given problem or program. Write this question. Write the algorithm to find the remainder of two numbers. Find the remainder of two numbers. What is the first step? Input first the number. Not input first the number, input first number. So finding the remainder, the program is just like this. 12, B is equal to 2, C is equal to A mod B, then print C. This is the statement. So this is the program for finding the remainder. Okay. So first you want to input first number, that is input first number. Then input second number. After that, divide first number with second number and store the remainder as third number. This is the third number. So instead of the C is equal to A mod B, we want to write divide the first number with second number and store the remainder as third number. Okay, after that, display the result. Is it clear how to write algorithm? Then write another question. Write a program. Write the algorithm, not program, write the algorithm to find the multiplication result of two numbers. Multiplication result of two numbers. Iron, read the first statement, first step, first and second step, Iron. Iron. Alan Verghese. Alan Thomas.
Yes, ma'am.
Read the first and second statement for that algorithm.
Input first number. Input
Okay.
second.
Okay, correct. Amal, read the second statement, Amal. Amal, read the third step for algorithm.
Divide first number with second number and store the remainder as third number.
That is in this question. Now the question is find the multiplication. Then how we can change that sentence? Amal? How we can change that sentence for multiplication?
Multiply first number with second number
Hmm.
and store the
Result.
result as third number.
Yes, correct, Amal. So multiply first number with second number and store the result as third number. And what about the last step, Amal?
Display the result.
Correct. So that is algorithm. Okay. Any doubt related with this algorithm? It's not an important topic. Okay. So next one is flow chart. Flow chart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. That is pictorial representation of algorithm. A flow chart shows different subtasks with different symbols or with different shapes. This oval shape is used for start and end. This oval shape is used for start and end. Then this rectangle shape is for step, that is for calculations. Just write, it is used for mainly for writing the equation or calculations. Then this you already know, that is for decision making. This shape is for input output representation. Then this line is for flow representation. So each and every flow chart will start with start and end with end. Okay. So this is start. Then if I want to add two numbers, first I want to input two numbers, isn't it? For inputting, which shape is used? This one is the shape used for inputting. So input A or input first number. Then after that, input second number. After that, I want to give equation. Equation in which shape? It is in rectangle shape. So just write C is equal to A plus B. After that, I want to display the result. That is again this shape, that is display result. After that, stop. This is an example for flowchart. Okay, first start with oval shape, then input and output. Input and output is in this simple, and equations are using rectangle, and decision is there. If there is any decision, it will display like in diamond shape. Okay, so for addition, the flowchart is first I want to start, then input two numbers, that is input A and input second number, or input A, input B, or input first number or input second number. There is no rule like you must write like input second, input one, just there is no rule based on the content of this shape. It is only based on this shape. In this shape, you want to write the message for inputting and also for output operation. Okay, so input A, then input B. Then using rectangle, you write the equation needed for your program. If two equations there, you can add the second equation also here. Or you can use separate rectangle shape also for using that second equation. Then after that, display the result, then stop. Okay. You just draw the flowchart for this program, that is finding the remainder. Draw the flowchart for finding the remainder. Anish is Abarna, okay. Krishnanumi absent. Navin Jobi absent. Nestle present. Rahul present. Sayujya. Vishnu absent. Alan Joshi present. Anjana present. Buddhadev absent. Iron present. Sahan absent. Sara absent. Thompsonton. Tushar absent. So many absentees. Sayujya. Okay, Sayujya. Abhiram absent. Abhijit absent. Abhilash okay. Amal okay. Basuri absent. Kevin Kumar absent. Sanam also absent. Sanjana present. Okay. Completed, Sanjana?
Yes, ma'am.
Read the data in which shape? First one, it
Ma'am,
is?
first is in circle. Then
Content it is?
this shape, I don't know.
Okay. For inputting.
And
Just
then
show the flowchart. Just show the flowchart.
Ma'am, it's not in the shareable form.
Okay. So after start, Read the statement inside that shape.
It is start, then input first number,
Okay,
then input second number,
okay.
then the equation,
Hmm.
then end.
After equation?
End.
No. After equation, you want to display the result, no? Is it clear, Sanjana? After C is equal to A mod B, you want to display the content of C. Okay. So the last one before stop it is print the result or display the result. Then only we can stop the flow chart. Okay. Is it clear that flow chart and algorithm? Any doubt related with flow chart and algorithm? So next period onwards, we are starting our actual if statement, if else statement, then nested if, just like that. Okay. So you must attend that classes. Okay. It is very compulsory. This these portions today's now we are just discussing the introduction only. So next period onwards, we are starting with Python program based on if else and nested if. Okay. So you must attend the class. Okay. Okay. Bye, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Bye.